How many episodes did we spend on this section right here? Was it 2, maybe 3? It was 2 for sure. Now this section over here, it should go fast. And this little part here, I'm thinking we can probably use this little leftover piece. Might have to glue an extra post on it. But it shouldn't take any more than 1 episode. In other words, this one. Let's just see here. And can we make a section that long? That should be just about right. Now, before we go getting ourselves all rambunctious here, let's put this back. There we go. Okay, we should really be doing this on a piece of waxed paper. Like that. Okay. I'll slip on the macro lens and we'll get ourselves adjusted. I'm sure that by now most of you know that I generally talk about what I'm thinking about. And one of the viewers had mentioned that, it'd be better if I did my measuring in metric. And I agree 100%. And, everything goes in tens or hundreds or something like that. And I remember a few years ago I had it all figured out where there would be 100 minutes in an hour, 10 hours in a day, 100 seconds in a minute. Everything would be in tens, so it would be much easier to calculate time. And then I ran into a bit of a problem when I tried to have 100 days in a year. And that kind of spoiled it. Okay, now if I can just hold this down somehow. Okay, yeah, how did I do that before? Okay, see, I remembered. Now I think that post is pretty well straight on there. Don't want to be bumping stuff. Oh, I dropped my applicator. I gotta put more CA on there. Now, if there's going to be excess CA, I may as well have it on the outside because I'll be nipping that off. Did it look like I got that other middle post there? Yeah, I did now, that's for sure. Oh, I think I got it on the pusher downer. Well, that's okay, we'll get it off. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that for about an hour, give it lots of time to set. I was going to try and speed it up, but if I do, then I might have to repaint it anyway. Let's give it about 10 minutes. Now, would that be metric minutes or Canadian minutes? I'm in Winnipeg, and Winnipeg is in Canada. You know what? I've changed my mind here. I think maybe we should try and get that pin off of there before it glues itself too solidly to the post. So, let's see, I guess I should be holding the post down when I pull this off. There we go. kind of bent a little bit like this. Well, we can straighten that. Okay, now let's let that harden. I do believe that the CA is still a little bit, you might say, soft. I have a bad habit of noticing things after the fact. For instance, that right here, this was sitting in a little pool of glue. So I imagine now that this is kind of stuck on there. Now, because it's wax paper, it will break free. Maybe. Don't want to bend it. Oh, I'm bending it. Maybe I better pry it a little differently. Where's my knife? Here, we'll get this underneath. I hope I'm not going to have to remake another one of these now. There we go. Okay, let's trim that down, see what we got. Now you'll notice how our post is a little bit on the bent side here. Just wondering if I could carefully flatten it out just a little bit. One thing I do notice with this photo etch, it is there's no spring to it, or very little. If you straighten something or bend something, it generally stays more or less in the position that you put it. Now, I'm wondering, should I take these off individually, or can I risk doing it all at once here? Maybe I should do them individually. I'll get my other knife here. Now the trick will be not to break this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, are all 4 places in contact? I think so. Okay, now this one here, we have to trim it off flush with the bottom. I'm going to try not to get in your way here. I wonder, maybe what I should do is flip this over very carefully here. Okay, so, all right. Now, when I press down on here, it should flatten that post out with the plexiglass. You know what? I think I broke it off there. Well, okay, now this one here, can I straighten that out a little bit, or I think it's not too bad. Maybe if I just touch it up a little bit with the gray paint. Okay, this side here is the side that's going to be visible. So now I'm noticing that this post here, I didn't trim it off quite enough, but I'm afraid that what could happen is, if I try to fix it, I might end up doing more harm than good. So I'm just going to leave it. And this is the, excuse me, this is the post that's going to be up against the bulkhead anyway. Yeah, and here's the 6 pieces that we took off. In the comments yesterday, one of the viewers had asked me, and if I understood him right, it was sort of like, what percentage of time do you think that you spend when it comes to, like changing lenses and stuff like that? And I thought about it for a while, and I answered him back, and I said that I think that probably I'd have had the Bismarck done months ago if it wasn't for the videoing and so on, which, by the way, I really enjoy doing. But thinking about it now, when I think of all the time I spend because of the videoing, the extra time, I would say 80% is because of the videoing. Anyway, before this dries out here, let me get the macro lens back on, and we'll get right in here on this little part here. Now, I don't want to have it globbed on. I just want to cover up the powdery parts because of the CA, because this will only shrink so much. Now, the side that I just painted, is this the side that's got the post on it? Yeah, this is the side that's going to be visible. I don't know if I have to turn it over and do the other side or not. But as you can see, I did turn it over. I suppose that CA glue that's on this particular rail here, I should have maybe scraped that off, but I'm just not that good at real fine stuff. Anyway, that's good enough. Okay, have we made this too long? Maybe I'm going to have to get my angle just a little bit different here. Okay, I do believe we've got the length just about right. You know what? I think if I was to put the pusher downer on it right there, it maybe could go just a little bit more to the left, except that then this post is going to be riding up on top of the ledge. So maybe I'm best off just leaving it where it is there. Yeah, let's get our pusher downer on. Okay, now once I have this in place, I think the pin is at too steep of an angle, and it's gonna pull the thing off. I'm gonna have to just readjust here. Okay, there, I bent the pin so that it's more horizontal. Now, I just carefully let that go down. There we go. Now, dare I try to shove it a little bit more to the left? I don't think so. I think this post right here is, it looks like it's sort of hooked into just behind the ledge there, and the only way I can get it to go more to the left is if it sort of pops up out of there, if you know what I mean. So let's just fasten it there. Should I try and get it in from behind here? I think I got some on there, didn't I? Let's go do this post right here. Okay, I know I got that one, I could see it. Now, maybe I'll change applicators here so I can come straight in a little better. Okay, I realize that I'm terribly blocking the light, but the auto ISO should take care of it here. Looks like I got some on there. Yeah. Okay, let's quit while we're ahead here. Unless maybe I should put just a little bit right there if I can. I don't think that's going to fall off. Okay, I think it's safe to take our pusher downer off of here because it's actually more dangerous for me to leave it on. If I leave it on, I have the tendency to accidentally bump it when I'm doing stuff. Okay. How are the posts going to line up for the last section here? One post goes there. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to cut it off. Where are we here? Maybe it'd be better if I went from the other direction. Alright, it looks like I'm going to have to cut it off like right there, halfway in between those two posts. But maybe from the other way. And do I glue on a post? Maybe I should. Okay, I've changed my mind here. This post is about in an ideal position. If I was to make a bend right here, in other words about 2/3 of the way between these two posts, then I might have to shorten these 4 rails just a little bit so that they'll come up against the side of the turret there. Yeah, let's just make our bend about, looks to me like about 2/3 of the way. Okay, how does this look now? Might have to use my fingers here. Okay, I think we got our length just about right, but the angle isn't quite right. Looks like I have to bend it back about, I'm guessing 10 degrees. Now I do believe I've got it here. And I know it could go maybe just a little bit more to the left, but we'll use our holder downer here and move it. Now, can I push this in just the other side of the ledge? Or am I going to have to maybe shorten those? No, I'm not. That appears to me, I don't think I can move anything more to the left. I could just hook into it here. No, that's as far to the left as it wants to go. Otherwise, that far post is going to pop out of there. That looks really good. You know, I think I could probably just glue it right there just like that. Okay, let's just do the left half here. And I think I can rest my on the turret top. Does that look about right? There. Whew. I moved it. So I can push it back. There. Okay, let that cure. That's not going to go anywhere. Maybe just underneath the Okay, now we'll reposition very gently. I'll come over here, push down on this side. Oops. that's not right. Let's see if I could get this back just a little bit here. That's pretty close. The rail just to the left of the bend should be back more. Can I get in behind it here with these tweezers and push it? Well, now it's not quite right here. Maybe that's about as good as we're going to be able to get it. Put a little pressure on there for a few seconds. I can always cut out the dead spot here. Oh, that wasn't long enough. But you know, it's not too bad. Looking at it from a distance, it looks pretty good. Should I try and tack these onto the... No, you know what? I think I'm not going to bother. I think we should put just a little bit right here. Because that post is kind of loose. Okay, I can see CA between the post and the wall, or that guard or whatever it is, as well as on the bottom of the post. And I know for a fact you can see it. This side of the fore structure is done. Now, the other side here is pretty much mirror image to what we just did. And I know once before I said that and I found out it was different, but I think this time it really is. So I'm going to just go ahead and start working on it here. I guess I'll probably start on the funnel section first, same way as we did before, and try and get it done. Now this could mean that tomorrow's video will be short. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all being well, we will see you tomorrow.